This week, we're talking about motherhood and disorganization. Yesterday, we talked about burnout. Today, we're going to talk about ADHD. I was not diagnosed with ADHD until I was 28. It was about a year after I had my kid, and I just felt like I was failing at absolutely everything. And it took a long time to get diagnosed. I do not think I would be diagnosed today if I didn't have my child, because the demands just increased so much that I was no longer to high function my way out of impulsivity and last minute planning and critical thinking around what I probably should have been working in small increments, consistent increments toward, but then would just do huge bursts of productivity. Cleaning has always been cleaning, tidying, decluttering. Well, first of all, let's talk about how those are three separate things that do need to happen in a sequence itself. And that is part of the overwhelm of having ADHD and trying to manage a house, because your brain doesn't naturally separate them. And so you do anything that's in front of your face, but then you have the thing underneath that needs to be done first that you didn't really account for, or you can see everything that needs to be done, and it's just so much that you don't even start. What can be really hard and lonely about managing a house in a nuclear family in a fucking American society is that it doesn't hit on the pillars of ADHD: action, play, challenge, novelty, variety, parallel collaboration, right? It doesn't have a lot of those things because we're working on it ourselves, and we're expected to do that a lot of the times without help from our husband or children traditionally, because housewife used to be most women's job on the census. So taking care of the home was her job. But no, we also make money now. So, and even if you don't, it's just everyone's responsibility. But having those things removed because we don't have community spaces, I think makes this really extra hard. One thing that makes a big difference for me is having people over. So that's that parallel work or collaboration or social interaction that can really help out with that. When I did my kitchen declutter, my mom was over and she was playing with my daughter, but we were also talking, right? There's another person there walking around that makes you not want to sit down, that makes you not want to start an activity. It makes you want to get up and do productive things. I'll also sometimes just ask a friend to come over, or offer to go over to their house if they struggle with the same thing I do. That's your village that you need. With a brain that focuses so much on novelty and newness, I think that poses the challenge of things that just sit, fade into the background almost. And it's you stop even realizing that they exist. And it's nothing exists until everything exists, because just too much then inhabits the same space. And then it's everything overwhelming at once. And then how do you even tackle it? So eliminating those background unused items has been a really big help as well. The variety challenge, I think, is just the bouncing brain issue. There's no continuity. There's no completing a task from start to finish. It's starting one thing and then seeing something else and then bouncing and then doing that for a little bit and then getting bored and bouncing to another and then working on that. But then you get stuck in a way that's not fun. So you abandon that and go back to the first thing. So the wired for variety isn't super helpful. I don't have tips on that one. If anyone has any, throw them my way, please. And I don't say this to diminish people whose domestic labor is genuinely what they do all day. It's their job, and that they're fulfilled by that. It is not challenging in a way for me that feels anything other than tedious. Obviously it's challenging because it's a struggle to complete, but it's not the fun, stimulating type of challenge that jives with my specific body and brain. But it does for a lot of people, and it genuinely is work. Like, people who say like, oh, what do stay-at-home moms do all day? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck do you mean, what do you do all day? Shut the fuck up. Like, do you know how much men outsource if they don't have a female partner for like cleaning services? Do you know how much that actually costs? That's a very real industry. That's a very real industry, and just because it's run by women doesn't mean it's not work, you fucking dipshits. But I digress. So play, I guess, is the last one. I know there are a lot of ways people make it playful. Setting a timer is one that I think is like really popular. Guys, I'm not competitive. Like, maybe with myself a little bit, but like racing to do something for me just like usually doesn't really work. If anything, honestly, like if I can find a rhythm, like a time rhythm, that works a lot better like for me than like racing. But racing, like, that is like race the clock, get something done. How fast can I do it in 10 minutes? That's like probably the easiest way to insert play into that. I know I've heard for managing like kids cleanup, having like dance parties and putting music on can be fun too. So maybe it's not the actions you're doing are play, but you are creating an environment of play by like having music you like and fun, pleasurable things. So a couple ways to hack your ADHD if that's you, if you struggle with that, with like home management at all. It sucks, y'all. This fucking blows. Like, and when I actually finally, well, one, if you're medicated for ADHD, but then like the really only time you can clean is after your fucking medication wears off after work, because you have to conserve all of your fast like WD-40 brain for the office. That blows, because then you're like, oh, now I really know how worthless I am. Because when you get medicated, you're like, what the fuck? Is this what normal people feel like all the time? I've been fucking robbed. Like, oh, I can actually just get off the couch because I think I should go do something, and I can get up on my medication. Whereas when I'm off it, I'm like, move your big toe 2 inches to the right. Now, with that momentum, slowly roll to your side. Keep rolling until you are on the floor, and then you finally are so discomforted by the hardwood that you have to then get up and remain in motion, or the whole thing is gone to shit. That's a little extreme, depending on the day. But like, it's a huge difference. It's crazy. So especially if you're ADHD and unmedicated, give yourself a fucking break, because you were like operating on a different system than everyone else expects you to. Guys, I'm so sorry. This went off the rails and it's like 10 minutes long. If you're still here, thank you for being here. Messy Mom's Decluttering Manual is dropping this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, who knows? It's whenever I get it done. And hopefully, if you are someone with ADHD, it is a little helpful for you and helps get your space a little bit more back in your control. I cannot help you, unfortunately, with your task initiation and executive functioning struggles. You have to do that yourself, but it does give you like the step-by-step, and it shouldn't be too much of a time cost to you. I don't have the fucking time. You don't either. So check out my link in bio and sign up for my email list if you want to get it in your email first.